sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with their opponents. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this returnable for Hines. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
56.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 14. Looking sideline, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Joyner. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the gun, it's Taylor. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Looking to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Let's go, let's bring it.
On the counter, it's Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
White 56. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Taylor. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game. A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Webster. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. He'll look to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Second interception for him now here in this first half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot. Of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try and run. Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Indy. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give to Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the handoff, Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run the counter. It's Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
you, punk. Mike 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 6. Complete. Jefferson the target.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And running with power here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime is really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words